Hello, in this video we are doing numbers 36 and 37. We are dividing negative 4x cubed plus 11x squared minus 2x minus 8 by x minus 2. It tells you to use synthetic division. Again, if you like long division better, you can do that, but I am going to do synthetic division. So in our box, we are going to put the opposite of whatever this number is. We have minus 2, so I'm going to put a plus 2. Then I'm going to check, we have cubed, squared, 1, and then 1 without exponents. So we don't need to add any zeros, but I am going to take each of my coefficients from out front. So we have negative 4, 11, negative 2, and negative 8. Again, I'm going to skip a line and draw my equal sign. We are going to start by bringing our first number down. Then we're going to multiply it by the number in the house, so times 2. And write whatever that gives us underneath 11. So negative 4 times 2 gives me negative 8. 11 minus 8 would give me 3. Again, we're just like adding those together. From here, we're going to multiply it by the number in the house again. So 3 times 2 gives me 6. We'll write that number under our negative 2. Again, at this point, we'll add negative 2 plus 6 gives me 4. Multiply it by the number in the house. 4 times 2 gives me 8. Again, add, so negative 8 plus 8 gives me 0. That means my final answer is going to be negative 4. We started with cubed, so now we're going to have x squared plus 3x plus 4. Each of your terms should go down by 1 in terms of x's. So that's your final answer. All right, for 37, we're going to use synthetic division to find p of negative 1 for p of x equals x to the fourth minus 2x cubed minus 9x minus 8. What they're technically telling you to do is do x to the fourth minus 2x cubed minus 9x minus 8 divided by x plus 1. When they tell you p of a number, that's literally the number that's going to go in your house. So technically we have negative 1. If I notice, we have 4, 3, 1. We don't have an x squared. We're missing our 2. So I'm actually going to rewrite this as x to the fourth minus 2x cubed plus 0x squared minus 9x minus 8. Remember, there's a 1 in front of my x to the fourth. So we're going to have 1, negative 2, 0, negative 9, and negative 8 as our numbers. It is so important you remember that 0. If you don't do that, you're going to get the wrong answer, just so you know. From here, we're going to draw our equal sign down below. Again, we'll start by bringing down the 1. We'll multiply it by the number in the house. So 1 times negative 1 gives me negative 1. Then we'll add. Negative 2 plus negative 1 gives me a negative 3. We'll multiply that by negative 1, which gives me a positive 3. Again, we'll add. 0 plus 3 is 3. Multiply it by negative 1 gives me a negative 3. We will add. Negative 9 plus negative 3 gives me a negative 12. Again, multiply it by negative 1, which gives me a positive 12. Again, we will add. Negative 8 plus 12 gives me 4. And then just rewrite your final answer. Technically, since they're asking for p of negative 1, they're just asking for your remainder. So my final answer for this one, p of negative 1, is going to equal 4. So technically, you don't even have to do synthetic division for this one. If you just want to find p of negative 1, you can plug in negative 1 everywhere for x for this equation. So I could do p of negative 1 equals negative 1 to the power of 4 minus 2 times negative 1 cubed, minus 9 times negative 1, and minus 8. Now I should get 4 just like I did with synthetic division, but you can go ahead and type that into your calculator, and if you don't get 4, something went wrong in your division. I'm going to pause and just double check that it actually works. It does. If you type everything in with parentheses just like that, it'll give you 4. And you can kind of skip this whole long synthetic division thing. But again, if you like synthetic division and you just want to do it and you're in the middle of a test and it tells you to, by all means, do it. But your answer, no matter what you do, should be 4. All right, thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your math teacher.